Right then. We are live. And the tablet is working this time. I've made sure the microphone's connected and working this time. We have some nice royalty-free music in the background. Let me know if it's too loud. And I've got my chat open on my phone. Let's get started. So, I'm starting with some Genshin Impact fan art that's been rolling around in my head for a while. It's a character design for this common fan theory that Kaeya is an abyss mage because of the way he looks. And this is just my idea for what he might look like as an abyss mage. His titties, of course, will be out, as they always are in most of his designs, because Kaeya always got his titty out. If you see the character design, you'll see what I mean. I should probably actually get up a reference so you know who I'm talking about if you don't play Genshin Impact. And that way I can have a reference of him, because I'm probably going to forget. That's too small of an image. Oh, this will be good. Oh, that's his model though. No, it's fine. It's fine. It'll work. And oh, actually this could be better if it's big enough. There we go. Okay, so if those of you who do not know, this is Kaeya. And you can see what I mean by he got his titty out. And I'm going to be drawing a version of him today. Until I get bored of it, and then I'll be taking requests. Let's get started. I just use the lead pencil for my sketching, and I start real small so I can see the whole pose. He's very like a snarky casual man, so he'll be in a very snarky casual pose. Got a head. Can't see it here with his fur thing, but he's got really broad shoulders in the, I think it said manhwa? The Chinese version of manga. Basic idea where the rib cage is. This will all be adjusted later. How is my battery suddenly at 17%? Getting charger. It's gonna go grab my phone charger. Sorry about that. I'm not allowed to start a stream without at least one issue occurring. And in this case, it's my phone almost dying and almost losing the chat. Oops. Knocked over my drink, but its lid was on, so we don't have to worry. Right. I'm back, so we don't need to have that there anymore. There we go. I have to... No, I don't like this. I'm gonna like draw the stick figure first. Normally I would use references for the pose, but it's hard to have all of those tabs open when I'm streaming, so we're just gonna wing it and be poseless. Get a shrug in there. I might actually change the colour I'm using so I can see it over the reference image. Actually I prefer using red. I actually used coloured pencil to sketch in real life, so this works out. I don't know why, it makes the sketches feel better to me. And this one will be slightly less in, because his body will be at a slight angle. Got a teeny weeny fucking waist. Those arms are like tiny, tiny arms, so this is the best part about digital art, is that you can just grab things and move them, because in traditional art I have this awful habit of always drawing hands too small, and that's not a problem with digital art. Make his head look less small by actually drawing in the rest of it, the vague shape of a head. That'll be refined later too. God, that looks like garbage. We'll figure it out later. This is the preliminary sketch. I don't like that either. This is how art always goes, and this is what happens when you don't have a reference as well. Shit just goes a mess. I need to stop swearing. It's not like I'm monetized anyway, so they can't take it away from me by swearing, so no worries. I might actually have a similar post to the one he's in the image, now that I think about it. Because Abyss Mages can float, so it stands to reason that Abyss Mage Kaeya can also float. Nick. This is just a representation for his head is. It'll be more appropriately sized later, and he can have the coin that he's always flipping in the game. Flippy coin. Ooh. Make that head more. The neck's off center. Okay. Go. I don't normally draw the head later like this, so it's probably going to throw me off and I'm going to regret it, but... Doo -doo -doo. Okay, now this is overall too big for the canvas, so I'll have to shrink it down. So again, that arm is awfully out of proportion. That's where his hand is. I'll figure out the proportions of all of this after. Right now I'm just feeling out the shape. Over here and then... Might actually make him lean back further. This is very out of proportion, but like I said, we'll fix that later. Ooh, I got that thick. Let's get rid of some lines so I can better see what we've got going on here. Let's just take all of that and go a bit more. Gonna detach this for a sec, draw the head and then position it. It'll be easier when it's a full head and not just a circle. Go back to the... My hotkey's not working. Oh, I think it's not running out of batteries, is it? No, it's fine. It was just the L key being weird. My keyboard's kind of getting old, and it's battery powered but not chargeable, so it's not the greatest thing in the world. I definitely want to get a new one. Here it goes there. The basic shape of her head. And as always, it's far too big, so make it smaller. A little bit bigger. Oh, let's go for a darker blue for the next layer. Make this one lower in opacity so it doesn't stand out quite as much. And let's start refining it some more. Make this thinner. Okay, so we've got where the hairline will be. Can't tell whether or not Kaeya has a widow's peak, but that doesn't really matter. Quite the regular old anime pretty boy he is. Top of the head, side of the head, coming in to the neck. Top of the ear where the eyebrow goes, bottom of the ear where the nose goes, middle for the eyes. Oh, Miss Beans. Miss Beans is here, for those who don't know. That's my cockatiel. Shoulder muscle. Basic shape. Pictorials. God, I have actually no idea what pictorials would look like on this angle. It will definitely be stretched from his position. Thankfully, I won't have to draw abs in this because I am awful at drawing abs. And draw that rectangle for the handle B. I'll probably get references for the hand. Kind of big idea where the nail will be. I feel like this lady's a bit long, but once again that could be something we change later. Yeah. Mark where his belly button will be for reference. You won't be able to see it, but little things like that surprisingly do help. Excuse me. I'm really bad at legs. Doesn't help either. Just make sure those are the same length-ish. Okay, so that's the wee sweet dip there for where his leg meets his butt. I'll figure out the phonetics of that later. I might need to... Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna free deform those legs again. I'm not super happy with them. This leg looks like it's not attached. So I might have to move it on its own. The crossed over leg looks fine, I think. I just have to line it up better with the body. A little better. This foot looks bad, so I'm getting rid of that. Hello, welcome to the chat. Thanks for coming to see my stream and me draw silly art. So I'll make this go down a bit more harshly and there'll be a gap there so it's not quite fully resting on the leg. I'm gonna leave the feet till last because I don't like drawing feet. They're my least favourite thing. Most people hate drawing hands, but I hate drawing feet. A lot. I probably shouldn't be doing this reference list. One advice. For a second there I thought the pen pressure died and then I would have had to restart my computer and that would have been bad. But if you have the option to use a reference, always use a reference. The fact that I'm not using a reference right now is a very bad choice on my part, but do as I say, not as I do. I guess why there's no feet or like hands. I don't have a reference and hands and feet are fiddly. Like, you have any idea how many bones there are in your wrist? Too many, that's how many. Too many bones. And figuring out how they move and work, it's hard. It's hard to figure out how to draw wrists. So we got these like rectangles. And I'm gonna look at my hand. Okay, so he's like flicking a thing. So he needs his... There's a straight up bit with a thumb. I'm looking at my own hand right now to try and get some, so that's definitely shorter than what I've drawn. And the thumb will like have like a slight flick to it because of the motion of flicking the thingy up. This finger, the one that it flicked off of, will be coming out. And then these ones will be easy, they're just folded in. And then the coin will be like here. Wee. Too many toes. Yeah. Yeah, thankfully we can cover the toes with shoes. We don't actually have to look at the toes. But fingers, even when you're wearing gloves, you can still see their basic shape. Imagine if I just started drawing all of my characters in mittens. Like, every single piece of art I draw, everyone's just wearing mittens. And this one's more casual. It's harder to see a hand from the pinky side. It'll have the little bulge of that skin being squished against the wrist, and you'll see like wrinkles of skin. And then to have it casual, I'm going to draw them all in a single block. Kind of like that. And then there's like lines. And you won't see the thumb at all. We did it! For now, kind of. For now though. Foot. Question mark. Happy face. So eye, kind of bigger than an eye would actually be, and eyes tend to be another eye apart from each other, and this one will be slightly squished because it's on an angle. The nose should be like here-ish. So this is going to be Abyss Mage Kaeya, for those who don't know. And if you've ever seen an Abyss Mage, I'll actually get you guys an image of an Abyss Mage so you know what I'm talking about. Genshin Impact Cryo Abyss Mage. This artwork is based off of a fan theory that Kaeya is an Abyss Mage based off of aspects from his character design. And I'm just kind of drawing an image of what I think that would look like, just for fun. Why is it so hard to find a good image of the enemies from Genshin Impact? I had the same problem with when I wanted to draw a Hilichurl. I'll use its like portrait for the color palette. So this is an Abyss Mage portrait. This is just the face. But with the image I can point out where the theory is. So like Abyss Mages, they have this white fur, and Kaeya has the fur over his shoulder and these streaks of his hair turning white. And in the robes of the Abyss Mage, there are similar motifs to the ones that you find in Kaeya's clothing. So that's kind of the bare bones of where people got the theory from. There are a lot more deeper like explorations of the idea based in dialogue and information we know about Khaenri'ah, where Kaeya is from. Oh, it's such a tiny image. But yeah, you can see like the diamond motifs and things, and there's talk about, because Kaeya has, you can't see it here, but he's got a star-shaped pupil, and there's stuff around that. Basically, all these theories that I don't have the eloquence to explain to you, but there's like reasons people think the things that they do about Kaeya being an Abyss Mage. And also, it's just a fun theory. And any excuse to, oh my god, he has an eye patch, I only have to draw one eye! So I can just figure out the vague location. Yes! Eye patch. Only one eye. So this is the bridge of his nose where it comes in from an eyebrow and comes through his nose would be like meh, and then his mouth. Tee. I'll figure out getting the chin in there properly in a minute. Because I always never leave enough space for a proper chin. He's got like bunny ear here. And Abyss Mages have bunny ears, as you can see. Like all of the Hilichurls do. So, you know, damn right, I'm gonna give him bunny ears. No one can stop me. Did I hear a Beanie peep? Probably. She's sitting on top of my computer right now. Beanie? Hey, Beanie! You're very wee! Okay, now this is the hard part. It's clothes, because Genshin Impact has really like look at this outfit. He's got like this dress shirt, which he's left open, and it looks like there's another layer of something black underneath that. And then he's got this vest thing, and over that he has this like cloak, and then what looks like a corset. I don't know what this bit is. Is this the top? It's going over the top of the corset, or is that the top of the corset? I don't know. And then these tight as fuck pants and like belts. He has a garter for his glove. Why would you have a garter for your glove? Like, I love Kaeya as a character, but god damn, his design just drives me nuts because it's such a nightmare the closer you look at it to try and recreate. And he's got this cloak, which is in the game. It's not actually. Is it that long in the game? Yeah, it's nowhere near that long in the game. But in this piece of art, it's like a mile long. My point is that Kaeya has a stupid fucking outfit. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. Okay, so we're going to get into the outfit now, which I'm going to start on a new layer so I can keep the body without erasing it by mistake. And of course, since Abyss Mages have these big manes, I'm going to give him, emphasize the size of his fur thingy and have it coming down on both sides. It has to be wide open because this man, he clearly likes to show off some assets. So I'm going to let him. He can continue to show off those assets. And if he's gone full Abyss Mage, I'm gonna keep the hair basically the same. So he's got this the bane covering half and then the long bit here. And then after close, I missed that. No, what did you miss? But apparently this isn't a ponytail. Apparently it's a goddamn rat's tail. So I love you, Kaeya. But what the hell? That's gross. But I'll give it to him. I'm going to have his hair be white, so it's fully transformed into being white from that little bit that he's got going here. I might get his model, because a lot of these things, like his white streak, well, it's more like light blue, is a lot lighter in the model than it is in the art. Here we go. What did I just paste? What has happened? There we go. I don't know what happened just then, but I fixed it. So there's in-game Kaeya. We can get. Look at these pants. What are they doing? Like, they've got this like. What is that? What is that? I love you, Kaeya, but what is that? And that means this corset thing goes underneath his pants. Like, is this all just pants? Do his pants go all the way up here? Because like this swoop up here lines up with this, which is where this apparently does up. So maybe his pants just go all the way up there. I don't know. And I never will. Is this the right? No, this isn't the right shade. Why was I using such a dark shade of blue? Miss Beans, careful! Miss Beans is molting, so she's trying to groom away the molt, but it hurts a lot because she's sensitive. The new feathers are coming in. It's okay, my little baby. Are you thirsty? Do you need a sip of water? You want a sippy? No, she doesn't want a sippy. Okay. So there's a lot of diamond motifs. Oh my god. My computer just had a moment, sorry. Get back to... There we go. So there's a lot of diamond motifs both in Kaeya's design and in the Abyss Mage design. So the first logical use of that is going to be this. And you better be damned right that is a boob window. You think the man's going to stop showing off just because he's turned into an Abyss Mage? No. No, he's not. In fact, it's even bigger now. Oh, the chat's behind, so I have no idea what you're saying hell yeah to, but yes, hell yeah. There we go. And then you can see some juicy man assets. Okay. So, I'm going to give them big sleeves, but they're going to be tight till up here. So tight, and then they're going to flare open like the Abyss Mage ones do. Excuse me, in model Kaeya, you are... in game Kaeya, you are in the way. Okay, thank god I have been drawing on the right layer. Okay, so... I don't know why I made that line so wobbly, so... Probably... Oh god, sleeves are weird, especially when there's a lot of fabric in them, so... So it'll be, if it's hanging down from here, it'll go all the way straight down there like that. And this one will be bunched up and just hanging straight down because he's got his arm up. It's not going to actually be stripy, that's just me figuring out the shape of the sleeve. Gonna be a lot of wrinkles right here because there'll be a lot of fabric bunched up right there from these long sleeves being gathered at his elbow. Cool. Boob, yes, hell yeah, boob window. Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, I keep wanting to go into the tiny details, but I'm like, no, you have to focus on getting the broad strokes down before you go into detail. I'm going to keep his belt, but it's going to be more stylized, so... Boop. Let's give it that three-dimensionalness of a kind of a thick leather. And then it can have his vision right here, and it will be sparkling. Sparkly vision. He probably won't need it anymore if he's an Abyss Mage, because they don't seem to need a vision to use magic. And, there'll be a tighter one right here to stop it from falling down to accentuate that teeny tiny waist. I saw somebody on Twitter, like, measure the waists of all of the, like, adult male characters in Genshin Impact. And just to show how much smaller Kaeya's was than everybody's. And I'm like, thank you for this information, but also why are you spending your time on this? Okay. Oh, that's right. I wanted to put him in high heels. Because, listen, I'm just that kind of person. So I'm going to do it on this layer. And high heels are considerably easier to draw. Not a super high heel, like the kind of high heel people would have worn back in like the day when they went like, so it's only like that big. It's a teeny tiny foot. For those of you who don't know, your foot tends to be about as long as your forearm. So if you ever want to like know how long to make a foot in a drawing, just take how long you've made the forearms and kind of measure it against the foot. Now I'm going to erase the word foot so I can see, because it's getting in the way. Goodbye. Good night. See, look how much easier it is to draw a heel. I don't know why it's so much easier for me to draw a heeled foot than a flat one. I guess it's just practice with what I draw, because my other character, my own, well, this isn't my character, I don't own Kaeya. Oh, I drew someone on the wrong layer. Let me just copy it, paste it, merge it with the correct layer, and then erase it from the wrong one. Nobody will ever know. What was I talking about? Oh, putting men, or people who at least look male aligned, gender-wise. I put them in heels a lot. Like, I know it's like, people don't often draw men in heels, but men wear heels. They make everybody's legs look good, not just women's legs. Okay, and then with this, I can... Okay, so... Yes, it would go about there. Nice. Beautiful. Love it. Perfect. You can't see it in this, but I also love the idea, because like if the Abyss Mages have bunny ears, and same with the hilly churls, and the various other types of churls, if they've got the bunny ears, what if they have cute little fluffy bunny tails? Because I think about like hilly churls, and their dancing, and their silliness, and I'm like, that would be adorable if they had little bunny tails. It's a personal headcanon of mine that they do. I'm just going to move them down a bit so I have more room to continue. The rest of the outfit, besides the sleeves, is going to be pretty tight, because I think that's kind of in character for him to be wearing really tight clothes. The boots are going to go all the way up here. What do you mean this is a very self-indulgent design? I don't know what you're talking about! They're gonna... because it just looks good. He's gonna be wearing gloves too, but you can't see them just yet because it's a kind of a small detail. Sharp claws, because that's just something that I think he would have, and... let's see. See if I can get in some of this. Oops, I accidentally turned it off. So let's get red again, but this time like a bright red, and see if I can get some of the ideas for the details in there. It's going to be a mix of details from his actual outfit and then from the Abyss Mage designs. Like, these boots are going to have the same kind of top as his actual ones, where they've got like the cuff on them. Gotta remember to make things three-dimensional, so that's why they stick out the way they do on, like, away from his legs, because that's what happens when something is three-dimensional. It like comes away from the body. And it will be trimmed just like the actual one. So it's basically like he took those boots and just ramped them up to 100. And they're ridiculous. Oh, there's a chain there. Let's add a chain. So this will be a chain. If you're wondering why things can hang down this way, it's because he's floating. So he's not actually sitting on anything physical. So there's no surface for the sleeve or the belt or the chains to hit to change their resting angle outside of how they sit on his body. He's got stuff around his ankles too, so we'll include that. God, these character designs, as much as I love them, have really bad design flow. Like, I love you, but your design flow is like, no. Actually, I'm gonna make these diamond shaped to get those diamonds into there, and then a little circle on it. There's one on the other boot, but the detail would be on the other side, so you can't see it. I think, like, they've just got little flat black feetsies. Can I get a better image of an Abyss Mage so I can, like, get, like, look at their designs better? So I think their outfits all look the same. Do they? No, they don't. Of course they don't. That would be too kind of the game to make them all look the same. Here's another one. Up over there. Coming down. It's another little Abyss Mage. That's the kind of colour scheme the outfit will be in. If we get to that point, of course. Where's my water? Sometimes I start streaming and I forget water. Because like, normally in my day-to-day life I don't talk nearly this much to anybody because I'm just sitting here working in silence. So, I really start to lose my voice super fast if I don't have water. Where's the music gone? Yes, I'm still watching. I did not tell you to stop. Okay, so the way I've drawn that implies that there is the center of the leg, which is not quite right. If it was the other leg, that would be right, but that's wrong for this leg. I'm on another layer. Let me just, I'll draw like the whole shape, the whole cuff, and cut out of it after it's done. Right, I'm gonna have to do this zoomed in. So this will go like this, and then that's the inside of the cuff, and then okay, so on the sleeves there are these diamond patterns, and I'm going to put those on the boots here. Okay. I don't want to overdo it too much with aspects. Oh, do I want to give him... Yeah, I'm going to give him shoulder guards like he has because those are cool, so... And they're going to be spiked just like the actual ones are. They're gonna be this kind of spike, the spike that's like, boop. And then right, I'm gonna go like a this one on this side too, but I'm just gonna like just see that much of it because of the angle. Yeah, this is coming together nicely. We're not lagging or anything too much, are we? Where are we in the stream? Oh, we're not actually too far behind. The lag is a lot less bad than I thought it was, which is good. Okay, so Kaeya has earrings. The big question is do I want him to only have the one set of ears? Because that's important. Did his ears turn into the bunny ears, or did he grow a second set of ears? Because this is important to me. And the easiest way to do it is just have no ears showing and people can make it up themselves. So this side is the side with the earring. Here we go. These of course are proper ears, so they'll have like an inner, maybe some fluff on them. There we go. Some more definition on those bunny ears. This is covered by hair, so it's really, you probably can't see it at all, can you? Let me. So the shortest hair, and then okay, there we go. That's how much you will be able to see, and then the shoulder thing. Cool. I'm not going to put any details on those shoulder pieces of fabric like he has in the actual design because that's just too cluttered. It'll be more like this. Yep. There we go. So, it's far too narrow. I'll do that later. I'm not going to focus on the hands right now. Right now we're figuring out his outfit. So I can see it in my head, and now I just have to translate what's in my head onto the thing. Okay, so he wears fingerless gloves in the thing. So he'll be wearing fingerless gloves here too, because of those claws of his. Just kind of reaching that first knuckle. Yes, I know my mobile data is turned off. You don't have to tell me. I turned it off for a reason. Sleeves are going to be basically the same as the Abyss Mage sleeves were, so it will be trimmed just like the Abyss Mage sleeve is trimmed with. So there'll be a diamond here, and then just a secondary one here. I don't know how I'm going to remember this, that in the awfully folded one of his other sleeve. I made things hard for myself with that, but sometimes art's hard. In fact, art's almost always hard. me just shove all these reference images into one folder so I can make them all disappear at once. I remember at the beginning of the stream I was like, no reference images, we're gonna wing this, and then all of these reference images are here now. Okay, let's see. There's still many details to add, but I think we made a good start. So I guess let's start figuring out the detail in the fabric itself. So they have that center bit, which for me is going to be represented by this. So that's that center piece. It'll have the trimming but not the detail in it, and then it can go like that to get those two other loops in there. So this here is, I'm pointing with my finger, so this here will be based off of this here. The outline will continue to go around as blue window, come up like so. I might actually make it skinnier than that because there's less room because of the blue window, so just about this big. Oh, Beanie, you're peeping. There we go. I much prefer that. And then up here instead, perhaps? Yes, so it'll be there instead to match more with the actual design. There won't be the snowflakes in the... I'm not going to add these little snowflakes. Actually, with that, this top half and the bottom half can be two separate pieces of clothing now. So, how that works is up to interpretation, just like his actual outfit. I'm just gonna quickly eat some chocolate, which I probably shouldn't do because chocolate isn't great for like talking heaps, but I need the sugar. How long have we been going for? Because I can only go for so long before I really start to lose my voice. Oh, we haven't been going that long, so we should be okay for a while now. I'm faster at drawing than I thought I was. What layer am I trying to turn off? This. I'm trying to turn this off. I'm probably going to do something special with this eye patch, but for that I'm going to have to clean up this layer so I can see it better. Yeah, no, he's got an eye, he's looking at us. Some fucking amazing lashes, because you can't see it, but if you zoom in on Kaeya's model, when you can see his portrait and like the character select menu, you can see that his eyelashes are massive. Got quite a sharp nose, so. Oh, this is fun music. I like this. I don't actually know what's going to come on because I just put on royalty free, so there's the bridge, just so I can figure out where the shading's going to be going and everything else. Noses are hard because they're like part of the face that tends to like ruin it if you get it wrong, if that makes sense. Like if you draw the nose wrong, at least for me, if I do a bad nose, it tends to ruin the whole drawing for me because maybe I'm just picky, but a good nose, or at least just not a bad nose, can really help a lot. Okay, so he's not actually going to have a three mouth, as cute as that is. He needs to have his mischief man smirk. Bottom lip. Oh, he's so pretty. This came out so well. Perfect. There's the boy! There he is! Love him. Okay, so eye patch. I don't want a string eye patch. I want one of those more bulky ones. Kind of like the one that Beto wears. So it'll come more down like this, covering more of his face. And it's just going to be pitch black. Like he's just got a black section of his face. Do we want him to still have his cowlicks? Yeah, they're cute, so let's just get those in there. This is starting to look like quite the mess because of all the different layers I've got going on, but it's getting there, it's getting there. We're doing a good job together. You see? It's coming together now. It doesn't look that good like that, but you can see his face better if I do that. And now let's get that rat's tail in there. Oh, he's got no eyebrow. His eyebrows are nice and straight, so that's easy, so... Ta-da! Fur. I think I'm just gonna leave it at the fur. I don't want to cover up the top at all with it. I'm just gonna add in some lines that do not exist on this layer yet. Just so we can see it better when I turn the layer off. I don't really need to do that, but I wanted to. I'm jamming out to these beats. I'm enjoying them a lot. I just picked an arbitrary, like, royalty-free music playlist just to have going in the background. I hope it's not too loud. I do have it turned down. I should have checked my own stream audio, but I didn't. I want to see if I can... I was going to say I want to see if I can get that ice flake Moffat, and then my intrusive thought, which is like, put it on his ass! No, I'm not doing that. Okay, so it'll be kind of wrinkled because the fabric is gathered. I'm gonna get rid of some of these like really messy sleeve drawing lines that I don't actually need, so I can better get a feel for how it's actually felt. So it's gonna come around. You're gonna see the inside here. I'm glad the music levels are good, and welcome to the chat, Ski! Has your name always been Ski was taken? Did somebody take your name? Who took your name? Wasn't me. Did I steal your name? I'm good. How are you? I'm just vibing. I finally got my stream working again after 1,000 hours of troubleshooting, so I decided to just do some casual art to celebrate. Yes, indeed they did. That's very rude of them to take your name. Yay, that's exciting. I really need a new PC, but it's just not in the wallet right now. Okay, so do we want to add a fancy buckle? I should probably add more detail to the vision. It's like, I can probably Google up a reference of the vision. I'm drawing fan art of a Genshin Impact fan theory that Kaeya, the character, is an abyss mage, so this is Kaeya, and this is an abyss mage, and I'm basically drawing like a crossover of the two, based off of a Genshin Impact fan theory. So what was I googling? Oh yes, Genshin Impact So, this isn't Kaeya's vision, but the design is the same, because everybody from Mondstadt has the same basic design to their vision. So let's move this here and start to draw. So fiddly. I wonder if it would look the same, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as a, like, Kaeya having a reference back to his life in Mondstadt before he got turned into an abyss boy. Here we go. It's the symbol inside of the thing at the size. Actually, I might just draw half and then copy and paste it because it's symmetrical. Is that lazy? Perhaps. I didn't ask you though. Even though I did just ask you, but I didn't ask you if I was lazy. I should probably draw that from the top, not the bottom. Okay, so that basic shape. That'll do. There we go. And yes, this little smiley face is very, very important to the design. I was about to say it looks kind of big, but no, his vision's about that size. Put that over there for when I need it again later. Pog. Thank you for the pog. God, I need more water. I never drink enough when I'm streaming and I always start to lose my voice. I think I might have said that already, but shh, that's not the point. Okay, so we're actually going to make his belts look a lot more like a single cohesive piece. So this is going to come a bit higher, like so. And this is where the buckles are going to start. So this one, both of them will have like a... And then this. And then it'll be another bit like that. So they'll have like a little loop bit, and then they'll both have like this on either side. Like so. Yeah. And that's how the belt does up. Or something. It's not really super based off what he's actually got. But it kind of is. And this is a chain. I wonder if I should connect the vision to the chain. I remember when I was in primary school, having chains on your belt like that was super in fashion. I was never a particularly cool kid, but that was one trend I did follow. And it had the word disco on it, and the word disco was covered in pink rhinestones. I don't know why I'm telling you this, it's just... I still have it, the chain that says disco. I don't know why, most of the pink gems have fallen off, but I still have my weird, silly disco chain. It still belongs to me. So that's it. Let me see. Nah. And I actually might change this chain to be a bit shorter because it's kind of really long right now. So I might have it like attach here. Oh, it goes the other way. Actually, this entire belt goes the other way. I've done this completely wrong. Ah, fashion. My beautiful disco chain. Even today, I'm definitely not any kind of conventional sort of fashionable. Most of the time, I just laze around in my pajamas because I work from home, so I don't need to leave the house. Probably not the best form of self-care in the world, but pajamas are comfortable. There we go, that's a better chain shape. Get a bit thicker. Well, actually, it looks like a chain there, but here it looks like it's a rope. Let me just see. I might start really adding all the final lines to the sketch of the red layer, because it's also going to have the depiction of how the like clothing wrinkles are going to look. I might have it so the seam continues down, so you can just undo the whole thing all the way, because you have to be able to get into it somehow. You have to be able to put your clothing on. I don't know why I'm giving his butt such harsh lines, but the final version won't have that. The wrinkles here from the bend of the leg. Oh, I forgot gloves. I don't know what I want to make the gloves look like. I might just give them the same holes on the back of them that the actual version's got. So, kind of, it's a bit more, and then a hole. Yep. I'll figure out the hands better later, like I said. Sorry, the harsh, weird line of his butt was bothering me. These lines are very sketchy, but it's what sketches are for. Being very sketchy. The lines can be figured out more when I actually do the line art. My least favourite part. I don't know if I'll actually be doing the line art during this stream. Because it tends to be something I start a lot, and I don't think it's going to make very good stream content. So. Yeah. How the heck do thumbs work? And then there's the hand, and then thingy this small. For the palm you can add the lines and stuff to help it look better. But listen, he's wearing gloves, so you wouldn't be able to see that anyway. But you would be able to see fabric wrinkles here. There's the coin. Three-dimensional in a more believable way instead of the shritty sketch. Sitting there, I thought I'd do that on the wrong layer. Excuse me, the mini Kaeyas. I need to draw his legs and feet now. Is that? Is that a very high heel? Could I just copy and paste it again? No, I'll redraw it. From scratch. I won't be lazy. As tempting as it always is. It'll be refined better in the line art layer. Okay, and then the boot will have wrinkles too, as the leather bends. And of course they're leather. I mean, anything else is not good enough. Even a bit stretched, there'll probably still be folds there. What would happen if my tablet was straight instead of on an angle? What if I just... No. Straight lines look far too inorganic. There we go. Is that all of it? Nothing's missing now? Wait. This line here is missing. Oh, and the underside of his body is missing. There we go. And the slide of the sleeve. Oh, and the underside of his arm. Beautiful. Fantastic. Wonderful. Amazing. I just banged my knee on my desk. Sorry, Miss Beans, I didn't mean to shake the whole table. Oh my god, she's molting, and I just looked and she's got feathers everywhere. Okay, so if the seam goes all the way down, we'll be able to see a line just here as well. Do I want to do further sketch refinement before I start lining? Nah. We'll start with black. I don't usually leave my line art black, but we'll start with black. How thick do I want to make it? This too thick? Too thick. 7? Well, this might be a 4. Yeah, this artwork's a 4. Okay, so we'll start with the face. It's time for you to see how much of this gets Control Z'd as I go. Oh right, I need to up the stabilization. Cheating? Yeah, who gives? I'll add more of the nose through shadows. That's the thing about noses, they're best portrayed through an abundance of shadows rather than abundance of lines. Beautiful. What shape are his eyes actually? Okay, so they actually kind of slant up a bit. I might have to just draw it from scratch because I do want to. He is got his eye half cast, but we do want to try and maintain some of the character's actual appearance in the art. Make this line quite thick to reveal where the lashes are. That line just went from bad to worse. I really love to exaggerate eyelashes. It's a lot of fun. And then the top of his lid. Just and then it. There we go. And you know what's great about this? I don't have to recreate it because you can only see one of his eyes. And the rest of his eye will be added in the colouring stage. So we'll just be that for now. Let's have a look. Oh, now we can start line refining a little bit. Make this look a little bit neater. Make the ends of his lashes really thin. We're getting a lot of bombastic tunes from this like free music playlist. Beautiful. Blowing the feathers off of my keyboard. Right. Hair. Should I do the hair now? I will. Will you come here, please, Sir Kaeya? Ah! There we go. So I can see your face. Hair is such like a construction project with art. There's so much to a person's hair, like layers, strands, how it's falling, that it always turns into quite the construction project. That is the wrong tool. It's a pity, that was a good line. Oops, it's still... Beanie, if it hurts, leave it alone. I mean, this piece... I normally don't follow somebody's hair this closely, but I felt like it this time. There's a lot of character in his hair, I find. I don't think this needs to be a single segment the way I've done it. fact, I think I might have it parked quite far down. Make that skinnier. There we go. Now this is where I'll connect those little cowlicks. They're really, like, they're quite small in his art, but in his model, it's quite big. It looks kind of like a bunny ear. But he's got bunny ears, so I don't want to make them too large, so I'll stick to the artwork size. Wrong tool. I keep going back to lead instead of brush. And let's do something fun. 3-dimensional. Okay, so if you want to add some 3 dimensions to your hair, to show it's like flopping in a certain way, you do that. And then now you can tell that it's kind of flopping backwards. Ta-da! You've learned something in this stream. A lot of hair is just kind of like drawing a bunch of bananas. I know that sounds really weird, but I mean, what is that but just two bananas? It's just 2 bananas. You know how to draw a banana, you know how to draw hair. You can construct almost any hairstyle out of a bunch of bananas. This isn't real art advice. I don't actually look at my eye and go, this looks like a bunch of bananas, and then draw a bunch of bananas. But it is true that there is a lot of bananas to be seen in the way that hair is drawn, so I'm gonna... And this line's got not enough lightness to the end of it. It looks too thick, so you just carve that down. I use the eraser tool in my liner just as much as I use the actual pen. Making like the lines lighter and thicker in the way I want them to. How are you looking so far, Kaeya? I was like, without the eyebrow, he looks like he's got a massive fucking forehead. I need to stop swearing! I just keep swearing, and I'm never gonna get monetized if I'm constantly swearing. Never. It's never gonna happen. When it comes to ears, especially animal ears, you can get away with a lot more with the simplification than human ears, because it's difficult to explain, but like humans know humans better than they know animals, so it's easier to get away with a lot of stylization in an animal than it is to get away with it in a human without it starting to look weird. So with the animal ears, I find just like the basic shape and then these 2 lines to add the 3-dimensional shape to show the inside of the ear, and then that's it. There's your animal ear. I'm actually going to redo that line, but you get the idea. It's very simple. Like, you can clearly see the outer ear, the inner ear, and it's done. Like, I can't do that with a human ear because it doesn't look right. It just looks weird and, like, just off. And fluff to, like, make sure it shows that it's fluffy. Maybe even add a little bit at the end. Just... I keep going back to the lid. And there, now you like know that it's furry with just like a couple of little lines. This is what like kind of... I don't necessarily call my art style super cartoony, but it's definitely not something that I would ever call realism. And basically, cartoony styles are all about getting the information across in the most simplistic style possible. Which is why if you ever hear somebody say, oh, I can't draw such and such thing, it's just not my style, that's just them being difficult. Like, if somebody's like, I can't draw, let's say, like, a plus size character because it's not their style, that's just them having a flawed and unrefined art style. There's zero reason that any body shape or like appearance or hairstyle cannot be translated through simplification into any style. I don't know why I randomly got so heated about that, but that's the truth of the matter. So don't let anybody say that. Like, if they like, it's okay if someone's like, oh, I'm not that good at that, I need practice, that's fine. But if somebody, like, outright says that they just won't because it's not in their style, it's just not the truth. It's just not the truth. Like, it's okay to be bad at something and still be working on it and learning how to draw it, but it's another thing entirely to just say you won't outright draw it because it's not your style. I just realised it's supposed to be behind his head, not in front of it, so I have to... erase that and have it... There we go, now it looks like it's coming out of the right side of his head. Does it? Yeah, it looks like it's coming out of his forehead. I need to... There we go. In fact, I might move the whole thing, because most of it's on a different layer. Oops, I took part of the cowlick. Yeah, that's much better. Sorry if I go... Oh, the music has stopped again. You're not allowed to stop. It punctuates when I stop talking too hard. Okay, so this has been so heavily edited it's gotten a bit messy, so we're just going to lengthen up these lines a bit. You'll be surprised, even like single pixels of like slightly change in the line can like show up so hard when you zoom out. It's crazy. Like, you're like, oh, this is just a single pixel, and then you zoom out and that pixel makes things look completely different. Here we go. And I'm going to change that a bit because it's just gonna look better, I think, with it. Yeah. Hey, now let's draw the earring. I'm gonna actually make it a proper ring, which means doing this. It's kind of big. I'm not gonna do it that big. And then it's got a little ring connecting it, and then I'm gonna give it that curvedness. Get a lot of the diamonds in this have, like it sparkle more than just a diamond. This is another funky tune. I'm down with this. This is a funky beat. Okay, I like that side more, so I will erase this side and copy and paste. there we go. There we go, he's got an earring. My mouth's starting to get real dry. I'm gonna have to drink another sippy of water. She's even skinnier to add detail. This is the kind of thing that changing like the line art color and stuff will help emphasize. So like here the line art is the same color, but I'll be adjusting it and stuff to accentuate what I want accentuated and like play down what I want like kind of made to be more subtle. Colored line art, it's a lot of fun. Just gonna, there we go. Oh, it's really starting to enter the hot part of the day. Here in New Zealand it's summer and it's really starting to heat up, but I can't open the windows because I have Miss Beans out and I don't want to put her away because she's my baby. Okay. Add in the line for the eye patch and the face will be pretty much done because making the eyes look identical tends to be one of the hardest parts. But we don't gotta do that because my man Kaeya wears an eye patch for some reason. Reason that we don't know yet. There we go. Beautiful. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. Beautiful man. Beautiful, beautiful man. Oh, I'm losing my voice. I can really feel my voice starting to go, so I think I might have to bring this to an end. And it's been an hour and a half, which I think is quite a good length for a stream. So thank you for coming to watch and chatting with me while I worked on this piece of art. I did expect to do requests later, but I didn't end up getting as bored of this piece of art as I expected to. So I just kind of kept working on it. But thanks for coming to watch. See you all next time. Bye!